Orange is a consulting firm that helps small businesses attract the right clients with clarity and focus. Here today is founder of Lone Orange, Tiffany Huckelman. Tiffany, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
Okay, so you call yourself the Wonder Woman of Lone Orange. Tell us about when and how the idea for the company came up.
Sure. So kind of the longer story is, so my degree was in graphic design, but I ended up working in small businesses where they would hand me the business and say, here, make this grow, or small organizations. And so I learned a lot about what it meant to be a small business owner and how to make those grow. And so when I decided 8 years ago to start my own business, I was networking around and getting to know people. And one of the huge gaps that I was seeing was people being able to confidently explain who they were and have the clarity and focus of who they wanted to be and how they wanted to show up in the marketplace. And then having a visual identity that just really didn't match their excellence and their value. So that's where the idea behind Lone Orange came from, just to be able to help small businesses be able to see and achieve their greatness.
Have you always been based out of the St. Louis area?
I have, yeah. I started my business and went home based, so I'm all virtual and I have a team all over the country that helps me out.
Well, I love the name. I love the logo. Tell us about Lone Orange and where that whole concept came
Sure.
from.
So this is Pete, the Lone Orange.
Okay, okay.
And the logo. And really the concept came from kind of a fluke. So I lived in Florida for 5 years and I had an orange tree in my backyard that only ever produced one orange. No matter what I did, it only ever produced one orange. So it became a running joke in my family that we were going to open a big international orange juice company all based on this one orange. So fast forward several years, when I was looking for a unique name for my company, that's kind of where it came from. So it kind of got my entrepreneurial juices flowing, pun intended. But that's kind of where the name came from. And I feel like it fits because I work with solo entrepreneurs, so it's kind of that Lone Ranger feel.
Yeah.
And so Pete is the saga of Lone Orange is that he helps and small businesses be successful with their branding.
And Pete's identity. The best kind of coworker. He's quiet. He doesn't
Exactly.
gossip. You know, he's great.
He's always supportive.
You know, this sounds really like a passion for you, Tiffany. You know, you get geeked out about helping others. You know, is there a way to kind of gauge your results with your respective clients?
The biggest success, when I feel like we've had the biggest success, measurable success, is when the business owner can feel confident. And when they can go out and be able to talk confidently about who they are, who they can best help, and the transformation that they can help provide, that's when the success has really been there for me.
Yeah, it sounds very exciting to be a part of another company's growth and development, because I'm sure, you know, people have a passion, they have their own passion to start a business, and then they really kind of don't know where to go. They're just sometimes just kind of stumbling around in the dark.
Right. That is definitely the challenge, because when there's so many small business owners out there who get into business for their passion, like you said, but then there's so many different hats that they realize that they have to wear. You know, the accounting and the HR and the operations and so many different things that they didn't get into business for. So, and branding is one of those things. Being able, because it's one thing to have the passion in you, but it's another thing to be able to express that. And a business, especially for a solo entrepreneur or a micro business, is you. Like it's really taking the essence of you and the essence of your business and being able to communicate that both visually and verbally, so that your ideal client knows that you're the right person for them.
So it's your task to pull those ideas out of them.
Yes,
and
that's what I love to do, to help them kind of have those aha moments of, oh, that's who I am. Oh, that's who I can help. Yeah,
the light bulb comes on.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, of course, Wonder Woman can't work alone.
This is true.
How many employees do you have right now?
So we are a virtual firm. So I have an assistant, my right-hand woman in Dallas, and I have designers all over the country who I bring in depending on what the project needs. I've got copywriters, I've got web design folks, I've got social media folks. So depending on what the client needs, that way we can customize exactly what they need, and I can bring them in on that project.
Okay, so it sounds like you've got a great team, but overall you're home-based. You and Pete.
You and me and Pete, yep, just me and Pete hanging out at home.
All right, so you're going to stick around. We're going to hear some more about you and how you can help these small businesses in our area.
Sounds good, thanks.
Stay with us here at STL Live. We'll have more with Tiffany Huckelman and Lone Orange right after the break. us here at STL Live. I'm Melanie Steen, and my guest is Tiffany Huckelman of Lone Orange. Tiffany, thank you for sticking around.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Okay, so I understand you have a blog for your business. Can you tell us what types of things you like to really kind of talk about and help people out there?
Yeah, so I'm a big believer in education and inspiration, especially for solopreneurs who we can kind of get stuck in our own little vacuum. So my blog is all about helping business owners know what branding is all about and what that might look like for them. Just recently, because I rebranded my own company, I've been blogging about what that process was like, because it has been a process. It's been almost 11 months of a lot of introspection and a lot of figuring out who I wanted to be. So I was kind of doing my own work on myself, which was hard. So I had to actually hire some people and get some trusted advisors in to help me out. So my blog has kind of chronicled that. And what we'll be heading into the blog, and I also do some Facebook Lives every Thursday at 9 a.m. Okay. I'm talking about all the different aspects of looking at your brand and looking at, we'll talk about why do you do what you do? What's your purpose behind your business? We'll talk about what's your visual identity? How should that look? We'll talk about even brand integration. That's a big thing that is important for us. Is not only just defining your brand and then developing your logo on your website and check, it's kind of you're done, but it's actually about taking that brand and overlaying it over your operations, everything, every aspect that touches your prospects or your ideal clients needs to reflect that brand. And once you have that alignment, that's when you're going to have great interaction and you're going to have raving fans. When you don't have that, that's when you end up with the bad reviews on Google and that sort of thing, the bad experiences. Exactly. No bad reviews. Yeah.
So this is how you help others find their cape, because we were talking about Wonder Woman before the break, and so you help others find their respective cape.
Precisely. Their clients are looking for somebody to help them, to help save their day. So I help my clients find their cape so that they can help their clients.
So you work primarily with small businesses. Within that, are there certain types of businesses that you prefer working with more than others?
Sure. I think our sweet spot is really with kind of the B2B, the business-to-business consulting, service-based businesses. So consultants, coaches, those are kind of our sweet spot, I'd say.
Okay. Are all your clients self-referral, or do you actually kind of pursue some of your clients?
I do a lot of networking and marketing in the St. Louis area, but I would say probably most of my clients are referral. And we're starting to do more because we are virtual, so we can work with clients all over the country, and we do have clients all over. So but referral is definitely our main source.
Can you talk about some of the clients that you've worked with in the past, or maybe that you're working with now?
One of my favorite clients is the Flooring Success Systems. They're actually based in Denver, and they do marketing consulting for flooring stores and flooring dealers. And I've worked with them for several years, and we've started with just new logo development, and now we're actually producing books for them. They're doing a lot of new websites, a lot of new sales material, marketing material, mailers, and it's been fascinating and so exciting for me to see their growth and to be a part of that growth and to continue to put a polished look on their brand so that they can reach their best audience.
Well, then tell us how long the process takes if someone's interested and they meet with you. How long does the process take start to finish? Is there one particular formula, or does it just kind of vary based on the client's needs?
I do like to be kind of customized depending on what the client needs, but generally my process, it'll take I'd say between 3 and 6 months, depending on the client and the pace they want to work at. And we spend that time is really just digging in and figuring out your essence, your business essence, your ideal client, and then how that gets communicated out. Then we can start developing your logo and your website. So it does take a long time, but it's that deep work where, we're digging for brand gold, right? We're looking for the really important stuff. And for people who are consultants and coaches, because their business is all about them, we need to go deep, and we need to set that foundation, because that's going to be the foundation for their business growth. And for even, as they start growing their team, to make sure that they have team members that align with their brand and clients that align with their brand.
All right.
Yeah, so the process takes, it does take that time, and then we do the integration, and then we do the implementation, and then we do the integration. So that is an ongoing process because it's always looking at your systems and tools and making sure that it aligns with your brand.
All right, sounds good. Tiffany, thank you for being here.
Right. Thank you so much, I appreciate it.
You bet. You can find Lone Orange on Facebook or on their website, which is loneorange.com. There's more STL Live after this, so stick around.